तौ सन्तोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूपसनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेखं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्याथ पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. Yeah. Okay. In last class, yesterday's class, we were discussing which anuccheda? 114 finished. Just started. Half. 149 and 150 I gave or not? Huh? But material? I sent, na? Okay. Acha, 149 I edited in 149 ending section actually. So a little bit I edited today. So you can take that. Edited one actually. I'm sending now. Okay. So see 149. Tatha Sakruta bhajaneneva sarvamapi ayuhu safalam ityudahrutam Sri Shaunaka Vakyena. Mula file all of you having actually. So long back I shared. If you want, I can share once again. I will just now. Mula file, the complete mula of I sent no Bhakti Sandrabha complete mula. Okay. Now you see in that in your WhatsApp account. 149 anuccheda. So first of all, I want to welcome Nayana Manjari Mataji. So she is our new joinee. She joined for this module. So welcome Mataji for Bhakti Sandarbha discussions. So just for your information, so I think you heard previous lectures, few lectures, yes. We are continuing 149th anuccheda. So if you have any questions, so you can ask at any time because you are newly appearing here. And if you have any problem of the sound, hearing sound or anything, so okay, please let me know. So in this anuccheda 149, tatha Sakrut bhajane naiva sarvamapi ayuhu safalam ityudahrutam eva. Sakrut bhajanena. So by one time worship of the Lord, entire life becomes fully successful. So that's yesterday also I discussed, just I am going quickly on through this. That is said by the Saunaka Vakya. Who is the proof for this? That means in your life, for a moment, one time you worship, maybe you paid obeisances to the Lord, or you heard the holy name, or you chanted holy name one time only. That is going to make success of your entire life. So what is the proof for this? Vashavakyam Ayurharati vai pumsam udyan astam cha yan asau tasyarthe yatkshano nita uttama sloka vartaya. Both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except that person's life who spent even for a moment discussing topics of the Supreme Lord. If anyone spent even a moment, so in discussions, in hearing or in chanting or either remembering or anything, so then his life is not stolen by the Sun. Sun decreases everyone's life. And but the person who is doing the devotion, so his life is not so stolen. Because what it mean? But we are seeing even devotees also getting the old age. So what it mean? Because of doing this little service to the Lord, their life is becoming, entire life is becoming the successful. That is the thing. Here, what you should understand here. So becoming, life is becoming successful means what? And also in the sloka, what we are seeing, sun is stealing the life of duration, life duration of the everyone. But one time sun is rising and setting means one day of our life is over. Our ayu is decreased for one day. That's a fact. For everyone, decreases the duration of life of everyone except that person's life who spent even for a moment discussing topics of the Supreme Lord. That means in the case of that person, so sun is not doing that. His duration of life is not reduced. That means he's not becoming old. Can we take that literal meaning? No, we cannot take that literal meaning. Here the meaning is, since he is doing that solpamapi dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So that means that little service, whatever he did, that is making him to get so better life actually. And that is making him to continue his bhakti further. So that's why in this way he is going to progress in his devotional path. So progress in journey towards the supreme truth. So that's why his entire life is becoming successful of that one moment of doing devotion. That is the meaning we should take here. Next, destruction of sin by bhakti abhasa is seen in Ajamila. That we discussed yesterday. So Ajamila did the bhakti abhasa bhakti. That means he took the holy name without having any connection with the Supreme Lord, without any Bhagavad Gnanam. So he just chanted the name of his son, so which is Narayana, and that is considered as the Abhasa Bhakti. It's not the, so it with Bhagavad Gnanam, with having the Sambandha Gnanam, if you do devotional activity, then that is devotion. But without having that Sambandha Gnanam, if it is done, then that is known as Abhasa, semblance. In the same way, it is heard that bhakti which is practiced with less endeavor is the cause in attaining the supreme goal while destroying all karmas. In Laghu Bhagavatamrita, it is said. So we are seeing the various glories of the bhakti. So one more glory we are doing. That means even Abhasa Bhakti is destroying all the sins. And not now what we are saying. So bhakti which is done with less endeavor, even that is also going to destroy all the karmas, and it is helping, it is giving supreme goal, supreme Lord to us. That little bhakti, that is otherwise bhakti done with little endeavor. That is said in Laghu Bhagavatamritam, Laghu Bhagavatam. Vartamanam cha yat papam yad bhutam yad bhavishyati tat sarvam nirdahatyashu govindanala kirtanat. Sin which was in past, which is in present, and which will be in future, that total is immediately burned up by the fire of chanting Govinda's name. This is also over, na Prabhu? Yeah. Yesterday we discussed all this. Even somehow or other relationship with bhakti. So even somehow or other relationship with bhakti is the cause for destruction of sin, as stated in the following. If somehow or other, if you have a relation with the bhakti, that that relation is enough to destroy the all the sin. That can be the cause for destruction of sin. Example, समाराधितो देवो मुक्तिकृतस्याद् यथा तथा अनिच्छयापि हुता भोग संपृष्टो दहते द्विजा. What we are discussing here, a little connection with the somehow or other, some connection with the some relation with the bhakti, that is going to destroy all the sins. Example is, so it is said, the proof, not example, proof is, O Brahmanas, the way fire which is touched without willingness burns, same way Lord who is somehow or other worship gives liberation. The way fire which is touched with the touched without willingness, there is a fire, and without willingness if you touch, also it is going to burn. That means somehow or other, if you touch fire, so without any willingness, so then what it is going to, little touch is enough, it will immediately burn away. In the same way, Lord, if you do some bhakti to him somehow or other, little bhakti, or somehow or other you worship him, that gives, so in that case he gives liberation. Kama is needed actually. Worshipped Kama gives liberation. Next, in a discussion between Uma and Shiva, it is said, Uma Maheshwara Samvade in the Skanda Purana, Diksha matrena Krishnasya nara moksham labhanti vai kim punar ye sada bhaktya pujantyachyutam nara. There is a conversation between Uma and Shiva in Skanda Purana. What is said? Just by initiation with Krishna, men attain liberation. What to speak of those who always worship Achyuta with bhakti? Here, what we are going to establish, the little connection with the bhakti is enough to destroy all the karma, and it is going to give the absolute truth. That is a point we want to establish on all these. That you have to check whether it is established or not. So that's why little diksha matrena Krishnasya naraha moksham labhanti. So kim punah ye sada bhaktya pujanti achyutam naraha. Just we have taken diksha, so they are attaining the liberation. They are becoming fit for the liberation. Then if someone dedicatedly, if he does bhakti, then what can happen? So next, akamadapi ye Vishnu sakrut pujam prakurvate natesham bhavabandhastu kadachidapi jayate. Those who worship Vishnu once, even without willingness, never get material bondage. Who worship Vishnu once, even without willingness. Akamadapi ye Vishnu sakrut. These are all from the various Puranas. What Srila Jiva Goswami is substantiating, little connection with the bhakti. So are the so bhakti sambandhasya, tad bhakti sambandhasya, and that kind of bhakti is, so that kind of relation with the bhakti is caused to destroy the all the sin, and also is able to give the highest goal, highest truth. Next, Padme Devadyuti Stutau. Sakrit Ucharayedyastu Narayana Matandrita Suddhantah Karano Bhutva Nirvanamadhigacchati. The person who even once utters the name of Narayana attentively becomes pure in heart and attains liberation. Once, elsewhere it is said, Anyatra Samparkat Yedeva Mohat Yastu Pujayate Harim Sarva Papa Vinirmuktaha Prayati Paramam Padam. If one worships the Lord by association or by illusion, he becomes free from all sin and goes to Vaikuntha. Even if one worships the Lord by association or by illusion, mohat, out of some illusion also, if he worships, no problem. So he becomes free from all sin. In Itihasa Samuchaya, in discussion between Narada and Pundarika, it is said, Ye nrisham sadurachara papachara rata sada te ante paramam dhama narayana padashraya lipyante na cha papena vaishnava veta kalmasha punanti sarvaka sakalan lokan sahasram surivodita जन्मांतर सहस्रेषु यस्य स्यान्मतिरीदृशी दासोऽहं वासुदेवस्य सर्वान् लोकान् समुद्धरेत् स याते विष्णुसालोक्यं पुरुषो नात्र संशयः किं पुनस्तद्गत प्राणाः पुरुषा संयतेन्द्रियाः. Can anyone read the translation?
Those who give distress to human beings
Prashamshaha means those who give distress to human beings
are of bad conduct.
Yes.
And are always absorbed in committing sinful activities.
Yeah.
Attain Vaikuntha by taking shelter of Narayana's feet.
Yes.
The devotees of Vishnu, cleansed of contamination, are not touched by sin. They purify all the worlds like the sun. He who, after thousands of births, has awakened to this consciousness that I am the servant of Vasudeva, delivers all worlds, and goes to the planet of Vishnu without doubt. What to speak of those who dedicated their life to the Lord with controlled senses?
Ye nrsamshaha duracharaha papachararataha sada tepi yanti paramam dhama narayana padashrayaha. So by taking shelter at the Lord Narayana's feet, so taking the shelter of Lord Narayana's feet, then what will happen? Even he is a bad conduct. He is having suduracharaha. Sudurachara and papachara rataha. Always absorbed in committing sinful activities. And always gives distress to the human beings. And such a person also yanti param dhamam. He goes to the Sunarayana's abode. Lipyante nacha papena vaishnavaha vita kalmashaha. Na lipyante. Devotees of Vishnu cleansed of contamination are not touched by sin. They purify all the worlds like the sun. Punanti sakalan lokan. They purify all the worlds. Sahasramshuhu yuvoditaha. Like Sahasramshu. Sahasramshu means Suryaha, sun. So like how sun purifies everything. So because of his heat, the same way bhakti is also purifying all the sins. Janmantara sahasreshu yasya syat matir idrushi. He who after thousands of births has awakened to this conclusion, what is that? this consciousness. So awaken to this consciousness that I am the servant of Vasudeva. So delivers all worlds and goes to the planet of Vishnu without doubt. So that means if someone out of thousands of lives, after that, if he get such a consciousness, such a mind, such a consciousness, what? Aham Vasudevasya, the Aham Dasoham Vasudevasya. I am the servant of Vasudeva. If this kind of thought, if we get, then what will happen? After thousand of lifetimes, if we get this kind of thought, Sarvan Lokan Samudharet, he is going to deliver all the planets. Next, Sayati Vishnu Salokyam Purusho Natra Samshayaha. And that person also will go to the same abode where Vishnu also resides. Salokyam Purusha. Natra Samshaya, there is no doubt. Kim Punaha Tadgata Pranaha. Then what to speak of? Tadgata Pranaha means, so who submitted, who dedicated their life, and what to speak of them. So Purushaha Samyatendriyaha, who controlled, they can definitely do. Here, what is discussed in these 4 slokas? Even little bhakti, ye nrusamsaha. Kim punah tadgata pranaha purusha sam. If someone do the sambhakti, so by that they are getting the abode of Vishnu, then someone who is offering their life, dedicating their life, then what to speak of them? Definitely they will also get. So the higher than this. Okay, anyway, we'll Atayeva, therefore, in Ramayana, Lord Ramchandra's statement is as follows. Sakrudeva prapanno yastavasmiti cha yachate abhayam sarvatha tasmai dadamyetad vratam mama. He who surrenders once and offers, I am yours, it is my vow that I will always give him fearlessness. Even one time he surrenders and says that I am yours. If he offers himself, so saying that I am yours, then what? Lord will give protection to him always. So Garuda Purana it is said. So in Garuda Purana it is said, Sakrudeva prapanno yastavasmiti cha yachate abhayam sarvatha tasmai dadamyetad hare. So same here also, same thing. So he who surrenders once and offers, I am yours, it's Lord's Hari's vow, I will always give him fearlessness. That is the vow of Lord Hari. Next, Iticha Garuda Puranam Tatacha Aha. Tatacha Aha. Apannaha samsrutim ghoram yannama vivasho grunan tata sadyo vimuccheta yad bibheti swayam bhayam. This is from the first canto, first chapter, 14 sloka. So what is? So Saunakadi Rishis, they are saying this statement. What they are saying? Apannaha samsritim goram yannama vivasho grunan. If someone is taking the holy name, so holy name means Krishna's name. Here yannama means you should take Krishna's name. If someone takes the Krishna's name, vivashaha. Vivashaha means out of helplessness. So that means here Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, Srila Jiva Goswami comments that vivashaha means visheshena paradhinaha. If someone is fully in control of something, like example, someone is about to fall from the big hill, and otherwise someone is in the at the last moment, his all the body senses, everything, all the 9 holes are filled with the mucus and not able to even properly speak. So he is, and all Yamadutas are ready to take, or otherwise someone so about to die. So in that horrible situation, or otherwise someone got accident of the horrible accident, and now he is in the life and death situation. So that means he's completely in helpless condition. That means he's completely in the clutches of something. So in that state also, vivashaha api, in that state also. So if anyone takes the Krishna's name, if anyone takes the Krishna's name, that means what it indicates, he is not able to take the even the Krishna name completely. If he's all the nine holes are is filled, and now you might have studied recently in the 30th chapter. So you in the third canto, how the living entity is leaving the body. You all know this is very horrible condition, you know. So at the time of death, all the holes are completely filled, and all the family members are surrounding to you, and you are so trying to speak something, and then you are not able to speak, and they are also not able to understand what you are speaking. Only lips are moving, and also words are going here and there, and our words also not uttered properly. So because air is not following, so how he can speak? He cannot speak. In such a horrible, that's a vivashaha means that is a condition. Like example, you can take Ajamil is the one of the example for the vivashaha. So Yamadutas are there in front of him, and they are in such a ferocious face, having and shape. So by seeing them, he is really is having so much fear and not able to speak also. So somehow or other. So in that state, somehow or other, that means you cannot fix your mind and you cannot meditate on the Lord. You cannot think also. So in that helpless situation also, if someone takes the Krishna's name, that means even that is not, definitely that cannot be completed properly. Krishna, like that, completely all the syllables also he cannot utter. So even in that state, even that kind of holy name is chanted, then what will happen? He will be that he will be delivered from the terrors of material existence. Samsara, Srutim Ghoram, Samsrutim Apannaha. They are in the material entanglements. Helpless person can be immediately delivered from the terrors of material existence. That means he is fully in the material entanglements. He is bounded by that, but somehow or other, in that helpless state, he somehow or other he took the holy name. That means that holy name may not be with the full love and heart, is not chanted, not completed properly. Also, the syllables also not properly uttered. Then what will happen? Even that kind of holy name is going to deliver him, delivered from the terrors of material existence. So why he is delivered from the entanglement of samsara, material world? So because holy name is such a way, that means from that holy name, even personification of fear also gets the fear. Yat bhiveti swayam bhayam. Here yat means what you should take? Krishna's holy name. So yasmat yataha. That means from the holy name, even holy name and Lord are non-different. So the personification of fear also get the fear. So that's why that person took that. So, and that's why he is delivered from this material existence. So next anuccheda 150. These are all plain things, and you can. Next one, Tatha Eva Sri Bhagavate. In Srimad Bhagavatam also it is said, Nahi Bhagavan Ghatitam, Nahi Bhagavan Ghatitam Idam. It's not that. Nahi Bhagavan Ghatitam Idam. It's not matching. Nahi Bhagavan Ghatitam Idam. Twaddarshanam Runam Akila Papakshayah. Yannama Sakrit Shravanat pukkashopi vimuchyate samsarat. So, oh Lord, this is not impossible. What is not impossible? By seeing you, all the sins of people are destroyed. By hearing your name once, even the outcast is delivered from the entanglement of material world. Bhagavan tad darshanat nrunam akila papa kshayaha. Just by the Lord's darshan, all the sins are destroyed. And also next, yannama sakrit shavanat. Just by hearing one time, all the pukkasha api vimuchyate. Even the outcast person is delivered from the entanglement of material world. Finally, from all these slokas, what we established? What we established from all these slokas? Even a little bhakti. That means bhakti done with less endeavor, that is going to destroy all the sins and is going to deliver that person. This is the fact we established. We are discussing the various glories of the bhakti. Out of that, this is the one of the fact. So one of the quality of the bhakti we established. Okay. (151) anuccheda. I don't have material. I didn't translate. I will translate tomorrow and give. But I will explain now. Okay. Class is leading me. अतएव उक्तं श्री विष्णु धर्मोत्तरे जीवितं विष्णु भक्तस्य वरं पंचदिनानि वै. If you want, I can share the Bhanumara's translation. So it needs some actually editing actually, but still as some reference I can. You all have, na? All of you have. Okay, then you see in that. Some editing is needed, but I will do that tomorrow. जीवितं विष्णु भक्तस्य वरं पंचदिनानि वै न तु कल्पसहस्राणि भक्तिहीनस्य केशवे. The life of devotee of Vishnu for 5 days is better than a non-devotee's life for thousands of kalpas. Some changes are there, na? Is there? The life of devotee of Vishnu for 5 days is better than non-devotee's life for thousands of kalpas. Little difference will be there. So, okay. Just I started this and my time is over. So, being a Vishnu Bhakta and spending 5 days is better than the being a non-devotee and living for thousands of years. Even 5 days, even 1 day is also okay. Moment also is waste. Panchadinani he gave in Vishnu Dharmottara. I don't know why he told Panchadinani, but he said that 5 days. Okay. Now, ataha yadatra tritiye गर्भस्थस्य जीवस्य भगवतः स्तुतिः श्रूयते तस्यैव च संसारोऽपि वर्ण्यते तत्रोच्यते जात्यैकत्वेन एकवद्वर्णनम् इति. वस्तुतस्तु कश्चिदेव जीवो भाग्यवान् भगवन्तं स्तौति स च निस्तरत्यपि सतु न तु सर्वस्यापि भगवद्ज्ञानं भवति. तथा च नैरुक्ताः पठन्ति नवमे सर्वांग संपूर्णो भवति इति पठित्वा मृतश्चाहं पुनर्जातो जातश्चाहं पुनर्मुतः इत्यादि तद्भावना पठनानन्तरम् अवाङ्मुखः पीड्यमानो जन्तुभिश्च समन्वितः सांख्यं योगं समभ्यसेत् पुरुषं वा पंचविंशकं ततश्च दशमे मासि प्रजायते इत्यादि. अत्र पुरुषं वा इति वा शब्दात् कश्चिदेव भगवद्ज्ञानम् इति गम्यते. सो सर्वासु अपि अवस्थासु भक्तेः समर्थत्वं तु वर्णितम्. भेदेपि एकवत् वर्णनम् इत्यन्यत्रापि दृश्यते. What we are seeing? What is the statement in this 151st anuccheda? Now here today we have to discuss this. This is something is important. Everything is important, but this. So in Kapil Bhagavan teachings in 31st chapter. Yes, it's going on. Also finished. Finished 31st chapter. In 31st chapter finished. What you learned from the 31st chapter? There is one important discussion actually. So karmana daivanetriyana, that is a slogan. It is starting. Jivatma is entering into the womb of mother actually. And through the male sources from the semen of the male, so it is entering into the womb. And in that chapter we are seeing the development of body for jivatma, how it is so developed day by day, in month by month. So in that discussion we are seeing that in the 7th month jivatma is praying to the Lord. Bhagavatah stuti. That means Jivatma is praying the Lord. Then here, what in the sloka we are seeing? Living as a devotee for 5 days is enough. That is superior to that is better than the living for the thousands of kalpas as a non-devotee. Okay. But we are hearing from the Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto, every Jivatma is praying to the Lord. That means every Jivatma is devotee and fortunate. Yes or no? Kapila Bhagavan is explaining that. So Jivatma in the 7th month, it is praying to the Lord, oh my dear Lord. So please, so this is my last life and I don't want to once again take the birth. So it is remembering that means his mistake and his separation, his non-obedience to the Lord. And it is praying to him that after going out from this womb, immediately I will start doing your devotion. Like that, Jivatma was praying. We heard the prayers of the Jivatma in 31st chapter of the 3rd canto. So that means every Jivatma is praying. And every Jivatma is devotee. And everyone is fortunate. Then what is the need of saying this sloka? Yes or no? No? So what is the fact? Every Jivatma is praying to the Lord or not? This is the point actually we have to see. Because there, if you see that the description is in general, it is going. In the 30th chapter, what he did? In the 30th chapter, how Samsruti. So in 29th chapter of the Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 29th chapter, we are hearing that. So questions asked by the Devhuti, what are those? Huh? I am also not even. Tell me. 29th chapter beginning. Samsruti is explained. 29 or 26? In the? Tell me. 3 questions. What are those? See? Huh? Huh? Third canto, 29th chapter. Devhuti is asking 3 questions. Huh? Huh? Hmm. Okay, one second, I am coming there. Anyway. What is that? Ah. Ah. Yeah. She is asking about the three questions she is asking. One is the bhakti. So, but she is asking which is the outcome of which is outcome of practicing of Sankhya, outcome of practicing Sankhya and so and so. Okay, that is the first question. She is asking about bhakti, which is the outcome of practicing Sankhya and so. And second is nature of the time. And third one is she is asking samsrutihi. That means continual process of birth and death. This samsruti started is explained in the these two things are explained in that 29th chapter. The third question is explained in the 30 and onwards, 30 and 31st, 32. So in the 30th, so how the Jivatma is getting entangled to this material world. So, and he is thinking that it is also said that they, so by seeing the children, his children, so he is getting the so relief from the pain whatever he took in the whole day. So by that so sweet words of the children, so broken words, like so and so you will see. Anyway, you come. That means 30 and 31st, what is being explained? The material entanglement for Jiva. This is a point what you should take it. Entanglement of Jiva. This is discussed. That means, but in that discussion, we are seeing at the 7th month, in the 31st chapter, at the 7th month in its womb, Jiva prays. Praise to Lord. That means these chapters are dealing about the general Jivatma. Yes or no? General Jivatma. And then Jivatma praise Lord means this is also comes under the comes for general Jivatma or not? That means every Jivatma is praying. Then every Jivatma is devotee. Then there is no need to of saying that. So spending 5 days as a devotee of the Lord is better than the so not spending as a non-devotee, because everyone is praying in the womb. Yes or no? Everyone is praying or not? This is the question. If it is not, why? How can you say it is not? Every Jivatma in womb at 7th month will pray to the Lord, will pray the Lord or not? This we should understand now. So what it is said here? Here, so tasya cha samsara api varnati tatra uchyate jatyekena ekavat varnanam iti. There we are seeing what? 7th month it is praying that Jivatma. If you see the flow of the Kapil Bhagwan's explanation, 7th month Jivatma is praying the Lord. Then after that, the getting birth, we are seeing that Jivatma is getting entanglement. Yes. So how it is? He said general, here also generally Jivatma is discussed. General Jivatma. And it in the 7th month duration, the month of 7, we are seeing. So praying Lord, it is praying Lord. And now it is after that next portion of book, if you see, Jivatma is getting entanglement once again. So then what we should understand here in the 7th month, whatever is explained, that is not meant for general Jivatma, Sadharana Jivatma. That is not common to every Jivatma. This, that means praying to Lord. This is happening in the case of only devotee Jivatma, Bhakta Jivatma. It is happening. That means, of course, the whole flow is describing the condition, the position of the general Jivatma, ordinary Jivatma. General means ordinary Jivatma. But in between, all of sudden, we are hearing that Jivatma is praying to the Lord. So then we should understand that, but this is not meant for everyone. This explanation, whatever Kapil Bhagavan did, that is not meant for every Jivatma. That means in this context, we are seeing for two Jivatmas are so described here. Ordinary Jivatma, that means non-devotee Jivatma otherwise. You can take ordinary means non-devotee Jivatma you take. Or not fortunate, unfortunate. This is non-devotee and devotee. Non-devotee Jivatma and devotee Jivatma. Both are explained. But whole flow is going to describe the non-devotee Jivatma. And but all of a sudden, 7th month case, that explanation is belonging to the devotee Jivatma. Why he mixed these two? Because both are belonging to one jati. Jati. That means one. Jati means what in English? They are belonging to one category. Jati means like all the trees are one jati. That's Vraksha jati. So they are belonging to one category. That means they are all, both are Jivatmas. That's why they are described as one. That means here it is said, that's why Vastutastu, what is the fact actually? Fact is, how can you understand even more deeply this? That is said here. Vastutastu kaschideva jivaha bhagyavan bhagavantam stoti. In fact, that means every jivatma is not going to pray Lord in the 7th month. Only few. Kaschit means some jivatma, some devotee jivatma only pray. Some devotee jivatma only pray the Lord in 7th month. Such a nistaratyapi. And for this kind of jivatma is not going to get any entanglement. That means no entanglement for this, material entanglement for this, in this case. No material entanglement. And also No middle and not to sarvasyapi bhagavad jnana. And no middle entanglement for this. After birth, that Jivatma, when it takes birth, so it is from the day one, it is having some difference. That devotee Jivatma is not having any interest like you all. So not having any material pleasure. And coming, something is missing, some highest pleasure is missing. So searching, and so coming to the contact with the devotees and so practicing bhakti. This happens. And writing the exams and passing. And yeah.
Every Jivatma is entangled. Because in that bhajan he's writing there that after birth due to illusion due to affection of my parents, I've forgotten that prayer and everything, and I am chasing for.
Every Jivatma is praying.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing in that bhajan.
Every Jivatma is praying with the Lord.
Because he was praying before, but after birth he was forgotten everything.
That's not for every Jivatma.
But that Jivatma prayed, no?
Only you take there, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling about the devotee Jivatma, not the every Jivatma.
Yes, but that Jivatma also forgotten Lord.
That Jivatma for time being only. It is for time being only. Anyways, they come back now once again. That's the thing. But that means every Jivatma is not going to pray. That means every Jivatma is not having the Bhagavad Gnanam. So in the 7th month, every Jivatma in the womb, every Jivatma will not pray Lord. Every Jivatma is not having. Why they are not able to pray? Because they are not having Bhagavad Gnanam. Having Bhagavad Gnanam. Is clear till now? Online students, any question? Any questions? No. Master bro, yes.
Prabhuji, whether it is also mentioned that because like devotion is also like various stages are there. So someone may not have finished his devotional service in this life and is continuing next life. So from what stage he has reached in the previous life, that Jivatma will only pray like.
That specification, that exact details are not there. So anyway, somehow or other in this life, if you come in contact with the devotees and if you got the association of the devotees and somehow or other, if you did solpamopi bhakti, that means even little connection with the bhakti if you have in this life. So we should understand that Jivatma is going to pray. Because nothing is given here condition, actually. That detail is not said. Only Jiva Goswami is saying also there, devotee Jivatma, that's all. Bhakta Jivatma, like that he takes.
Because why I ask this question is because many devotees like us, as you said also, that is conditioned. So suppose what I mean to say that we are still bonded.
Yes, Prabhu. So, but they have some kind of entanglement because that's why they are taking birth. They are practicing, they are continuing their devotion, but it doesn't mean that their bhakti is completely out. They have bhakti, that's why they are now continuing their devotion.
Yeah, so my point is they will be entangled.
Entanglement, yeah. So this is
after prayer.
Middle entanglement for them. Yes, that's a fact actually. So this devotees, whatever if they are having this entanglement, so this is whatever we are seeing in the case of devotees case entanglement, that is there is a process actually, there is a process of the purification. They are in the process of purification, but damn sure 100% there is so deliverance actually in the case of devotion. Once they start the devotion at any step, even a little devotion, so definitely 100% they are going to get out from that entanglement. So that's only that matter of the time. Actually, apparently you will be seeing that someone is continuing some kind of the, in the devotee's life, will be seeing some attachment. But once if he is chanting or otherwise is accepting the Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is coming in contact with the devotees. So maybe 1 life or 2 life or 3 life, but definitely he will be not having any entanglement. In that sense, it is said actually, it is only the process. Now he is in the process of coming out that way it is. It's not like the entanglement in the case of the non-devotees. They are fully entanglement having, and they don't know what is. So, and there is no hope also. So that sense you should take here. So, natu sarvasyapi bhagavad jnana tatha cha nairuktah patanti. Even in the nirukti it is said, now we are seeing, you are investigating even more detailedly. So in the 9 months, you will be seeing that the development of all the limbs for the baby in the womb. In 9 months, all the limbs of the baby are developed. Then what will happen? In the nirukti, that means there is one scripture, nirukti scripture. There, how the baby, actually Garbhopanishad also is there. In that, the process, how the baby is delivered, so is explained, and how the baby is developing its body. So that is also explained there also. There you will be seeing that at the 9th month, all the limbs of the body are developed, and then after that, mrutaschaham punarjato jataschaham punarmrutah. So ityadi patananantaram avangmukah pīdyamano jantubhischa samanvitah sankyam yogam samabhyaset purusham va panchavimshikam. We'll be seeing that after that 9th month he is developing all the limbs. He is also, after this what we are studying there in that description. So mrutascha aham punarjatah. So I died and now so get birth, and jatascha aham punarmrutah. So now I got birth, and now I will be once again I will die. So like this, so he will be thinking. So in the 9th month, and ityadi tad bhavana pathanantaram avangmukah pīdyamano. So then he is actually baby in the avangmukah, means in the reverse actually. Legs are in the upward direction and head in the downward direction. Avangmukah pīdyamana jantubhischa samanvitah. He is also accompanied with the various jantus, kita, that's different worms, and he is accompanied with this. And sankyam yogam samabhyaset. Sankyam yogam purusham va panchavimshikam. So he is practicing of what at the time? In that 9th month. That means before delivery. Delivery will be happening in the 10th month of some days. Yes, Dr. Saab? In the 10th month, some days. Yeah. 9 months, 7 days. In the 10th one and the enters at 7 days something. So in the 9th month ending, so he's practicing what we are hearing here. He is practicing Sankhya. Sankhya he is practicing. That we are hearing. So atra purusham va iti va sabdat kaschatideva bhagavad jnanam iti. Yeah. That means he is practicing either Sankhya or he is worshipping the Purusha. Purusha means Supreme Personality of Godhead. That means, so he is practicing either Sankhya or otherwise he is worshipping the Lord actually. Either of that means what? From this, mainly we have to focus on here. Every Jivatma is not practicing bhakti. And some are practicing even Sankhya. And some are worshipping. So that means in the womb, every Jivatma is not going to pray to the Lord. So kasachideva bhagavad gnanam iti gamya. That means only few jivatmas only remembering, not the every jivatma. This is the main point. Sarvasya api avastasu bhaktehe samardhatvam tu varnitam. That means, anyway, this point we should understand from this. Okay, at the 7th month or onwards, it is praying or worshipping Jivatma means. It is also one more point you can see. Bhakti is possible at any stage, at any phase of the life. Even in the womb also bhakti is possible. That side point, you should note it here. Okay, next come to our main thing. So, that's a Panchavimshakam. That is 25th is the Paramatma. That Sankhya is different, and this Sankhya you can merge also, you can expand also. 28 says, then 26 says, 25 of this. It's having the various numbers. Sometimes 26 numbers are taken, 25 taken, and 18 taken, 3, 2, 4, any. It's just a one classification. Any Panchavimshakam means you should take here the Supreme Lord actually. Okay, now mainly you should come here. So sarvasu avastasu bhakti samardhatva. That means bhakti can be practiced. Bhakti can be practiced at any stage. That is a side point. So now in this 7th month, so some jivatmas only are able to remember the Lord. So bedepi ekavat varnanam anyatrapi dishyate. Bedepi ekavat varnanam. Of course, here, so Kapila Bhagavan, he is having intention of describing the non-devotee jivatma. From the 30th chapter he started, but all of a sudden he explained in between. So devotee jivatma. So why it is, even there are two different cases, Bedepi, even both are different. Ekavat varnanam, but they are explained as one story. This kind of thing you will be seeing in many places of Bhagavatam. What are those places that we'll be seeing here? Tritiye yatha padmakalpa srushti kathanepi sri sanakadinam srushtihi katyate. Now what is our point? This is over, okay? How you can say that is not, every jivatma is not doing bhakti, that we understood based upon this Sankhya and Purushamva. And now Bhedepi Ekavat Varnam, that is I am explaining. So why it happened like this? Why Kapila Bhagavan is doing this? Not this kind of narrations you'll be seeing even in the other places of Srimad Bhagavatam. Mixing two different things. Bhedepi Ekavat Varnam means mixing two different things. This is explained in the class. Vedepi ekavat varnanam. Even two different events. Even events are different. Events are different. Still, even though Vedepi, even the events are different, still explained as one. This is the thing that happened here actually. Here, Kapila Bhagavan did like that. It should be explanation about the non-devotee, but he said. So from this we are understanding every jivatma is not going to pray. So two different jivatmas, two different cases are explained. And this kind of same thing you'll be seeing in the another place of Bhagavatam. What is that place? So we are seeing that third canto is the answer for the third canto onwards. Whose conversation is starting? Vidura and Maitreya. Vidura and Maitreya conversation. And there, this Vidura and Maitreya conversation, why came all of a sudden? Because second canto, at the ending, in the 10th chapter, sloka number 40? 40 kya? Padma kalpam katam shrunu. What is that sloka? Padma kalpa katam shrunu. Who is going to read? I know better. Padmam kalpam atho shrunu. 47. So second canto 10th chapter 47. There Sukadeva Goswami is saying that I am going to explain the. So before that, in the 8th chapter of the second canto, Parikshit asked several questions. Parikshit asked questions. So to answer these questions, so few questions he answered in the 9th chapter and also in the 10th chapter. But after the remaining questions are there. So to answer these questions, Sukadeva Goswami is saying that he is going to explain. So he's saying in this 47th sloka, he is going to narrate the story which happened in the Padmakalpa. He is going to the conversation or something, the story of the Padmakalpa. Padmakalpa means what? Padmakalpa is the first day of the 51st year. 51st year. First day of the 51st year. So in that day, in that kalpa, whatever story happened, that he is going to explain. That is Vidura Maitreya conversation. That he is going to explain to Parikshit to answer his remaining questions. So 51st year, so Padmakalpa story is being explained. That means third canto is nothing but the story happened in Padmakalpa. Okay. So third canto story, whatever Vidura Maitreya conversation, that happened in which kalpa? Padmakalpa. So there we are seeing Vidura is asking questions to Maitreya, and Maitreya started answering. Several questions Vidura asked. That is also given there. Yes. In which chapter? Vidura asking questions. Vidura second canto also there. So Vidura is asking several questions. So those questions are being answered by the Maitreya. So now, what is the point? Vidura's questions, when he is answering, he is telling about the Maitreya is telling about what? Brahmaji's here Brahmakruta Srishti Matra Katana Samyena Ekikrutyoktir Iyam Yojitam. So Padmakalpa Kathanepi Sri Sanakadinam Srishti Katyate iti. So you'll be here seeing in this. So how Brahmaji is doing the secondary creation. Brahmaji does secondary creation or not? Sorry, secondary creation. So Lord does the primary creation and secondary creation is done by Brahmaji. So that's why in the Vidura, Maitreya is explaining to him secondary creation. In that secondary creation, he is explaining about the appearance of Sanakadi, Sanat Kumaras. Appearance of Sanakadis. If you see it is happened in the 3rd canto, 12th chapter. Yes? 3rd canto, 12th chapter, you will be seeing what first Avidya, after that Sanakadis. So already we know from the Sukadeva Goswami statement, whatever Maitreya is explaining, that Brahmaji's secondary creation happened in which kalpa? Padma kalpa. And in the Padma kalpa, that means it is the 51st year, first day. So 51st year, first day. So in that case, so how can you see appearance of the Sanakadis? What is the age of Sanat Kumaras? Lifespan is 100 years, like Brahmaji. So their 100 years means when they should took birth, they should took birth the first day of Brahmaji in the Brahma Kalpa. In the Brahma Kalpa only they appeared. But here we are seeing the description of the 51st years, first day. So in that we are seeing the appearance of the Sanat Kumaras. Means what happened here? So here Maitreya is mixing the Padma Kalpa's story with the Brahma Kalpa story with the Padma Kalpa story. Yes? Padma Kalpa story, Brahma Kalpa, that means, so first day of Brahmaji, whatever happened in the secondary creation, that is mixed with the first day of the 51st year of Brahmaji. It is clear? It's not clear. Huh? Second? Acha? Okay, you are very nice. Okay? Happy? So Taboma is very intelligent and is so nice. Okay. He is very attentive. Okay, happy. No. No. Okay, so this is the thing we are seeing. So first day of the 51st year story, that is Padmakalpa story. So is mixed with the Brahmakalpa. That is one example we saw. So both are secondary creations of the Brahmaji, but that means they are different. They belong to the Padmakalpa and the Brahmakalpa. But looks Ekavat Varnana, but described as one secondary creation. This is, and one more place we are giving proofs. That means Bedepe Ekavat Varnana. For this we are giving the proofs. One more thing is what? Brahmakruta Srishti Matra Katana Samyena Eke Krutya Uktir Iyam iti Yojitavyam. Sri Varaha Avatarascha Tatra Pradama Manvantarasya Prithvi Majjane. So Brahma Nasikata Avatirno Sri Varaha tam Uddharan Hiranyaksho Sangramam Krutavaniti Varnyate. Hiranyakshasa Sashtamanvantarasya Avasana Jata Prachetasa Daksha Kanyayaha Ditehe Jataha Tasma Tata Varnanam Tad Avatara Matratva Prudvi Majjana Matratva Ekatva Vikshaiva Ghatate Tadvat Atrapi Iti. So even if you can see one more thing in the third canto, 13th chapter, you'll be seeing the Varahalila. So in that Varahalila, so he started Vidura Maitreya started explaining about the secondary creation. In the ending of that secondary creation, Swayambhu Manu came and he was searching for the earth actually, because his father told to him to go and produce a progeny and rule it. But he didn't find the earth, so he came back, and so it was noticed that so earth is falling down from its original position, so into the Garbhodaka ocean, Garbhodaka Jal, water. So there you see that with Maitreya is explaining this 51st year story. And 51st years, what is that? Swayambhu Manu. Swayambhu Manvantara. That means first Manvantara is what? Swayambhu Manvantara. So he's describing about this story belonging to Swayambhu Manvantara. But after explanation, he is saying that there is one, what is that? Green or blue? Blue. So Nilavaraha. So he is mixing that. So this earth is fell down, and after that, so Varaha Bhagavan came and he saw there is Hiranyaksha is there ready to with club and he wants to fight. But in the Swayambhu Manvantara, we don't see appearance of any Hiranyakashipu or Hiranyaksha. It happened in what? In the sixth Manvantara, Chakshu Manvantara, Diti's sons, these two are. This is Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are coming in the sixth Manvantara. But here, this is here Maitreya is explaining the first Manvantara, Swayambhu Manvantara story. He mixed, he there also. But those both are belong to the Prithvi Uddharana. That means lifting the earth. But that means there looks similar events, but different events happened in the different Manvantaras. But they are merged and said as one story. So this is also one more place we are seeing. Of course, events are different, but explained as one. They are belong to one jati. These two Indian events belong to which jati? I mean, if lifting of earth. That's why is said as described as one. The same way, Jivatma. So that means non-devotee Jivatmas. In case Kapila Bhagavan is explaining, and he mixed the the story of the even devotee Jivatma. Yeah, that's your research work. Next paper you should produce an open book. I want. Okay, next. Tasma tatha varnanam tadavatara prithvi majjana matratva aikya vivakshayo ghatate tadvat. Like this, finally what we are understanding, only few jivatmas only are remembering the Krishna in the womb, not the every jivatma. So you should not take that is a general case. That is the only special case that is mixed there by the Kapila Bhagavan. So that's why if any jivatma is, that means if anyone spending 5 days as a devotee is superior than the, so spending the, so lives, that means many kalpas, thousands of the kalpas as non-devotee. So you cannot say that Kapila Bhagavan is explaining every jivatma is praying so that everyone, so this sloka is, what is the value of this sloka? You cannot say like that. Okay. Only just said 5 days. Okay, it's not. Kaschidev anyo janyah jivaha stauti anyah samsaranti ityav mantra. That means some jivatma, very few rare jivatmas only. So just remember the Krishna, and remaining jivatmas are just they are getting the birth and death, and they are not remembering at all. Some actually see in the womb, some jivatmas, if they are previously Sankhyites, they will be practicing Sankhya in the 7th month onwards. If they are devotees, they will be remembering the Lord. And some are, so they are karmis, they are just seeing, remembering the sufferings of the last 100 lives. And he is getting the, so fear of that. So like this, so jivatmas are getting the differently the experience actually in the womb. That is said in the, so Garbho Upanishad, something is there in that. Okay. Not prayer actually. That is karmi's case, they don't remember anything, Lord. In the case of devotee. In the case of devotee, yeah, Lord is giving matta smritir apohanam. Lord is making to remember. Because of previously they did devotion, that's why they are remembering. That's the point. Okay. Any questions on this? Any question or anything? No? Bhagavan Pandit Prabhu. Okay.
Okay, nice. Wonderful. I also have doubt that Here, how you can prove that? I think all the Jivatmas actually in the home pray, but because the word comes Sankhya and Purusha, because some are in also Sankhya, that's why they are not devotees.
Yeah.
Many devotees are in the home.
Yes.
So all are not devotees.
Yes.
The proof comes.
Yes.
So that for devotee Jivatma, after birth, so sometimes he actually forgetting that consciousness.
Yeah.
And after association of devotees, he again regain that consciousness of devotional life.
Yeah.
So the same case in case of the non-devotee Jivatma.
Yes.
So after birth, when they are getting association of devotees, they are getting association of devotees. So they are also getting started their devotional life.
Yes.
So both jivas, devotee Jivatma and non-devotee Jivatma, both jivas are getting started the devotional life by the association of devotees. So what is the speciality of that devotee Jivatma?
Specialty of the devotee Jivatma, you see, in the case of non-devotee Jivatma, there is no guarantee that they should get the association of the devotees. It may take 10 lives, 100 lives, 1000 lives also for him. You cannot assure that definitely he will be getting the association. So that is the one difference you can see in the non-devotee Jivatma case. There is no guarantee that he will be definitely getting and going back to home. So second, devotee Jivatma, in this life, if he may get the association, may not get, that is not necessary actually. So whatever the bhakti samskaras are there, so by the Lord's will, those will be once again, so coming out and he will be starting doing devotion. So that means bhakti samskaras will be there, and those are all fully controlled by the Lord himself. Like karma samskaras are there, like that bhakti samskaras also carried forward from the previous life. And those in the right time, so Lord's will is there. Lord is in full control of that devotee. So when he wants to manifest, so when that means even in the case of devotees, after surrendering, we will be seeing the bodily pains. Someone is getting some pain, sometimes someone is getting some victory, something is happening in our life, even in the devotee's life. So is it happening due to karma? No, it is just by the influence of the Lord. Actually, just by it is under control of the Lord. Lord is controlling the devotee's life, and sometimes he's giving the pain and pleasure. So just to teach him to train him to come out from this material world. So that is under his control only. That's why Lord will take the whatever amount of time to make that Jivatma to be in that. So not practicing devotion, and that samskaras in the hidden, in the sushupta, that means the sleeping mode. So whenever he wants, so he wakes up and he will, that is under his control. Sometimes you'll be seeing someone is doing the devotion from the beginning, actually 4, 5 years, 6 years, he's having interest and he started doing. And without any association also, they can start having inclinations actually. So that is because that's the Lord's will actually. The samskaras are carried forward. So based upon his previous samskaras, Lord will be giving the arrangement.
What about the devotees of the ISKCON? What categories there?
So it's not that they guarantee that we all carrying forward our samskaras from the last life. We cannot say. Even in this life also, we came in contact with the devotee, and we will starting our devotion now here onwards also. That is also possible. Maybe in this, that's in the past life, who did already from hundreds of lifetimes, he might practice, and now he joined under you as a new devotee. And now you might have started only in this life. That is also possible actually. That's why we cannot estimate when his initial sadhu sangha happened, in which life, and that we cannot estimate actually. That's not possible for us. We cannot know in the last lives what happened to us. So that's why seniority is not just by seeing the one lifetime. You can see the seniority is carried forward from when that from the beginningless Jivatma is away from the Lord. So at certain point of time, that means from the beginningless, that means from the anadi, it is not in towards the Lord. So at some important point of time, so it came in contact with the association, then it is continuing his life as a devotee, life after life. So we don't know when he came in contact with the devotees. Maybe someone came in contact from the present life. If you take this present life, maybe 10 lifetimes back he came in contact, and someone came in contact with the devotees 100 lives back. Maybe he did some offenses and he's learning a few things. So that is also, then he's senior in that way.
Oh, I have another question. Suppose I am continuing till 50 years of my devotional life. So next life, my devotion will be started at 50 years old or from the beginning?
Whatever samskaras you have, based upon that, you'll be seeing someone is practicing in the last life. So music, he's a singer. So, and he practiced enough in this life, just a little training is enough, and immediately he's picking up and he's singing like extraordinarily. And someone is starting singing in this life, then you'll be seeing you should train hours and hours, but nothing. So that is because in this life he is getting the training. So who practiced bhakti, they will immediately pick up and they quickly they progress actually. Whatever they already so practiced. Okay. Okay, any questions or comments? Otherwise, we can end up here our session. We'll meet tomorrow. So thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki.